by Dallas, make it hurt.
Let the crowd speak. Let the crowd speak. Let the crowd speak. Let the crowd speak. Let's start this thing off right. Go ahead and put some hand clap emojis in the chat line right now. Put some hand clap emojis in the chat right now. I ain't through clapping. Y'all got to get this work tonight. Yeah. Put some hand clap emojis in the chat right now. Listen, let me go and start it off right. I'm sharing welcome everybody to the Big Time Show podcast. Every Cowboy fan, whether you a shaky Cowboy fan, whether you're a diehard Cowboy fan, whether you're a scared Cowboy fan, whatever side of the track you're on as far as being in the family, you're in the family, you might as well, at least for now, go ahead and put some hand clap emojis in the chat line because you got something to clap about. I don't want to hear nothing about, what all the future and all that. Look, right now, we need to celebrate this today because it is a great day in Cowboy land. No matter what the haters say, and there are plenty of them because they all coming out. They mad right now. They mad. They mad. They're mad. I mean, but we knew it was going to happen. Anyway, they're mad. They're upset. They're upset because they got to eat a lot of crow. And crow don't taste good. Crow don't taste good. It just don't. And, so now they have to deflect. But again, welcome to the Big Time Show, everybody. Glad to see everybody popping in rather early. Because everybody want to talk now. Cowboy fans want to talk. Haters want to talk and all that kind of. It's just talking season right now. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2023-2024 NFC EAST champions, the Dallas Cowboys. That is not fiction. That is not innuendo. That is not hope. Let the church say those are facts. Yeah. I didn't say anything false. I don't have to get to the whys and how and all that. The bottom line is, again, the Dallas Cowboys are your NFC East champions. I mean, it depends on what I see. I ain't even opened up the chat. I ain't looked at it. I don't know who in here it just all depends on what I see in the chat is gonna dictate how I'm gonna act for the next 20, 30 minutes. That's all it's gonna be. I ain't opened it up yet. I still got it on another screen. I'm about to open it up. Let me first welcome everybody on Podbean, those on Facebook, the Big Time Show page, and the Big Time Show YouTube page as well. Also on Twitter or X, however way you want to describe it. And I'm live on Twitch right now as well. And then, of course, as soon as this show is over, it will be uploaded to all the podcast platforms that my show is on: iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, LinkedIn, Podbean, as well as Pandora. All of those places where you get your podcast. I'll be there, and hello to you that are listening to this with whatever time or whatever part of the world that you're listening to. Thank God for Podbean that gives me the world platform where the podcast can be heard everywhere. Listen, if you want to contribute to the podcast tonight, Facebook, hit those stars. YouTube, hit those that little super chat down at the bottom there of your screen if you're watching by YouTube. Then of course I got Cash App here as well, $ Big Time Show. That's not a requirement, but if you want to, I'm not gonna say that's not a bad thing, because it's not. It means that you guys appreciate what I do, and I'm appreciative to you. This show would not be what it is unless you guys do what you do, and that's because you guys show up. So I appreciate that. I mean, what can we say? It's been a long year. 17 weeks. We still got another whole season to go. But as for now, the Dallas Cowboys, another 12-win season, 3 years in a row. Coach Mike McCarthy, beyond a shadow of doubt, has done his job. This team is, 12-5 again. Hey, they would have won the division last year, but your Fly Eagle Fly people had a magical year last year with 15 wins, because we all know 12 wins usually win your division, but it took a special year from Philadelphia last year, and they got it, and they won at the East last year. But we did it 12, and here we are. We won it. It's just the bottom line. Now, let me speak to see who all in this chat yapping. Let me see. Let me make sure. Well, East Side, as usual, you here first. I knew you were going to be here. You say you know that my shirt is old and dirty. One thing about it is factual. What kind of shirt y'all got? Yeah. See, I already told you, East Side. I got to answer for everything you want to say, son. Get you a shirt. See, this is facts. These are facts right here. These are facts. Get you one. just get what y'all got. Huh? Okay. E. Cush, what's up? Terry, what's up? E. Cush again. Isaiah, what's up? Hey, man, what's up, Smoke? I see you, brother. See you on Twitter over there. Appreciate you for popping in. Here we go, James. Yes, sir. Here we go. Hey, Evangelist Clemens, nice to see you. Keith, what's up? Talib, what's going on? I did call it. They're gonna win. They're gonna win the East. So I ain't gonna say I didn't tell you. So I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but toot. Okay, end of that. Justin, what's up? Yeah. Shanika, what's up? All right, let's talk real quick. Is everybody come in? Hey, everybody come in. Come on, speak, everybody. While y'all here, let's go ahead and hit the like button real quick. Give me about 12 of them. Each individual that's in here, if you don't mind, hit that like button. Hit the like button. You're on YouTube. Hit that heart button for me. Let's talk real quick. All right. We'll talk about the game first. All right. They were Washington, I just want to say this. Washington has players. Let's get that understood. And the truth of the matter is we were helped because some of the guys did not play. Jonathan Allen did not play. Okay. Jonathan Allen did not play. That's a huge one. There was some guys on their defense that were not right as well. So we were helped by that. That's not our fault. It is what it is. The offense was. It's just amazing how when one thing goes wrong for us, it's like a little miniature avalanche happens for us, and it never fails. It changed, but it never fails. Whenever we play a team that I say don't belong, all right, some point in the game they look like they belong. And we've been, we got bit by that, the Arizona game. We usually find a way to keep teams like this in a game. And for about a good half, and was what they did last week as well. The game was tight. But in true Dallas Cowboys form for this season, I ain't talking about the other seasons. It has never failed. The pattern for our team is there. I told y'all we win spectacularly or we lose spectacularly. And once again, when the avalanche falls on the other team, in other words, when we get this little 5-6 minute stretch where we just go completely crazy, you'll look up at the scoreboard and you're down 20. That's been the pattern of the Dallas Cowboys this whole season. If they weren't up 20, we were getting beat by 20. There's rarely been too many in between, games in between that. My mind goes back to the Charger game where it was a real tight game the whole time. The Detroit game was tight. Other than those two, really, it is usually either a blowout one way or the other. Either we're on the wrong side of it, and that hadn't been often, or we're on, hey, Miller, what's going on, brother? Man, you can't see me in a while, man. What's up? Demetrius, what's going on? Or either we're on the right side of the blowout. It just happened. That's what happened today. We shouldn't be surprised by the way that the Cowboys won. And I want to go back to that part because whenever we had a chance to go up 10-0, which would have made us feel real, real good. And that field goal got blocked and got a nice little return. And they started feeling themselves. Washington did. They started feeling themselves. And they played above their head. Remember, they had a whole bunch of second and third stringers starting. And they played, against our starters. Well, not all starters. Zach Martin didn't play. And, of course, Tyler Smith was out with his foot. So, we had backups in key positions as well. But they played above their head, as we knew they would. And you were just looking at, hopefully, that they didn't turn all of their success into touchdowns, which the Cowboys did, except that one that Brian Robinson caught, from Howell, that little 2-yard pass he got. So other than that, we took back control when we started really feeding CD. We took back control. And because CD was so nice, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I got to give credit to us taking advantage of certain guys not there. Jonathan Allen didn't play. That's a huge loss for them. And we took advantage in the running game today. We did. Tony Pollard probably had one of his best games today. I believe he did, even though he didn't score. Well, he did score. I'm sorry. He scored one today. But it was those runs in, between, he just got his way. He was averaging, had to been at least 6 yards a pop. He was dynamic today. And then when you add, I don't want y'all to miss this, because if you're watching the game, you saw some things. What you saw was the game started getting a little intense because Washington was talking trash and that woke us up. And the guys started playing a little angry. And we're already better than them anyway. But now that you're talking now, and now that you put a little extra push, and now that you hitting people in the back of the heads and all that kind of stuff, and our guys ready to fight and all that. Now we're ready to play ball. That's what you saw today. And they took over. No doubt about it. Now, let me say this, and then I'll go to the defensive side. Dak Prescott, once again, league leader. Well, not once again, but he will lead the league in touchdown passes. Last year, he led the league in interceptions. This year, he leads the league in touchdowns. He did what he said. He said he would not have double-digit interceptions this season. Guess what? Got 9. That's it. And that one that he had today was off a deflection. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdowns today. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to say this. And the next show I have the graphic for you. Let me just say this. Why is Lamar Jackson considered to be the MVP? I'm not saying he's not MVP worthy. I said it on yesterday. The history shows that usually the MVP goes to the lead player on the winningest team in the league. That's how it usually goes. Unless you have somebody like Patrick Mahomes who throw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns, stuff like that. But here's the real truth. When you look at Dak Prescott's numbers this year compared to Lamar Jackson, it's not even close. Dak leads in every major category except running the ball. And we know that's what Lamar does. We know Dak don't run like that. But in every other category, it's not even close. Now, some of y'all finna get up and look at it now. I just want y'all to look at it and see. I have it for you. I'm saying right now, why isn't Dak Prescott, to me, especially after today, Dak Prescott is the MVP. I can't see why he's not. I'm just saying after today, and that's the regular season, I'm just saying it's really not even close to me. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now. Defensively, I didn't like Washington getting so much so early in the game. We was more of a bend and don't break, defense. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. I was looking for 3 and outs. That's what I was looking for, because they don't belong. Now, I did tell y'all they got 2 pretty good running backs in Robinson and in Gibson. They can run the ball. Ryan Robinson is a good running back. Antonio Gibson is a good running back. Plus, he can catch out the field. So I thought that's how they were going to attack us, especially since they, know that we are kind of iffy against the run. I thought that they would just come out and just attack us, just nonstop running. I really wasn't worried about the passing game at all, to be honest with you, because I figured, just like when we played them in Dallas, we got out to Sam Howell so bad, I actually felt sorry for them. I mean, we were hitting them like a pinball machine. And it took a little time, but that's how it turned out today. But I thought we would be doing that. I didn't think they're supposed to get that, such easy drives. We didn't really make the punt. And then, of course, they went for it on every 4th down. I mean, just, they had nothing to lose. I get it, but I thought we'd be better. Well, I think we stopped them on 1 4th down, but other than that, I think they got them all. But they didn't score touchdowns, which is the big thing. I wasn't too impressed with that. And then of course, to see Gilmore go down, which is big, that hurts. It hurts because if he can't play this weekend, next weekend, well, you already saw the game plan, and I gotta admit, I don't like it. And that is Nashawn Wright is playing. And I've never been a fan of him. I hope Gilmore. I don't know what extent they are. The commentators were saying, it's a shoulder injury. I think that's obvious. He was in a sling at the end of the game. Don't know if it's separated. Don't know if it's I don't know. So I ain't gonna speculate. I'm quite sure that will be revealed. And kind of keep in mind, Coach McCarthy's job is to keep things kind of tight-lipped. So I don't know if we're really gonna ever get that true answer of what's really going on. I don't know what it is. I hope it's not a separated shoulder. I hope it's not that at all. But here, if it's not a separated shoulder, we all know what's gonna happen. They're gonna shoot him up before the game, to where he don't feel nothing. He might get a shot at halftime next week to make sure he goes through pain-free. It's just as simple. We know how physical Gilmore is, so he's gonna hit people. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and we'll see where we are. Defensively, they crunk up. The pass rush was awesome. Everybody got a piece. Micah, Fowler, Armstrong, Sam Williams. The only one didn't get one was DeMarcus Lawrence, but he was back there. And so that was big. So overall, overall, guess what? We did what we were supposed to do. There's no reason why any Cowboy fan should be skeptical on today. Y'all, I asked y'all yesterday, give me the scores. And most of y'all had the scores just like about where it happened. Y'all said 30 plus and it was a blowout and all that kind of stuff. You guys called it. I can't do nothing but applaud you. I never gave a score. I just knew they don't belong. Now I ain't know. See, I would have took a 20-0 win. That's a blowout. But again, the Cowboys are used to putting up 30-some points. They did it. They did it. No complaints. If Washington don't belong, treat them like they don't belong. That's what happened. And because of that, Dallas Cowboys win the NFC East and secure a number 2 seed in the playoffs. Huge for us. Huge. I just can't tell you how huge it is. I just say this for instance. Since we all know who we playing, we already know who we're playing. We got Green Bay in the playoff, first round of the playoffs. Well, I just asked you this question. Would you rather be playing Green Bay? Notice the time of the year. Know how it is in every, whatever place, whatever matchup is in the playoffs, you can just, you know how it is in the stadiums, that are represented. So I just asked you the question, where would you rather play? Would you rather be playing in Dallas against Green Bay? Or would you rather be playing in Green Bay in January, where you know what's going down, and that place is it got so many ghosts. And for us, that I last time I remember beating Green Bay was that game where David Irving had that monster game. And that was years ago. That's the last time I remember. That is not a good place for us. So you better be glad, if anything, be glad you got at least that game in Dallas. Now, that don't necessarily mean we're going to win it, but you'd rather be playing in Dallas than going on the road. You'd rather be, as a matter of fact, you'd rather be the 2 seed right now than the 5th seed. I don't care. I don't care because, Tampa Bay is presumed weak. Okay. But you'd rather be playing at home rather than going on the road to play Tampa. Even though, we probably be the favorites just like we was last year against Tampa in that same building. And I get all that. And if I was a betting man, I'd say we would beat Tampa too. But I'd rather be playing at home. Bottom line. I'd rather be playing at home. No question. So we got Green Bay coming up. Team that's has a hot quarterback. Jordan Love has done an outstanding job for his first year as a starter. I think he threw 32 touchdowns this year. They started off 2-5. Now they made the playoffs. Bottom line. And in the tournament, anything can happen. All these people, everybody is good. Everybody. We've seen wild card teams go all the way and win it. So ain't no such thing as a bad team in the playoffs. I don't care if whatever record they came in with, it don't mean nothing. They did enough to get into the playoffs. That means they're one of the better 8 to 9 teams. 16 teams is left. And everybody deserves respect. So I'm going to give Green Bay respect. Got a great young coach. This is where coaching comes into play. During this time coming up. Green Bay has a good young coach, and Mike McCarthy is a good coach. No doubt about it. We all point out the flaws with clock management and why he don't run here and there. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, he know what he's doing. That's 12 wins in the last 3 seasons each. Just in case you ain't keeping count, that's 36 wins. Last 3 seasons. There ain't too many teams can say that. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So let's not. Yeah, we got some flaws with Mike McCarthy. We have some complaints, but the good far outweighs the bad. Let's just be honest about it, okay? And one of his calls may hurt us or whatever, but he's done well. No question about that. Total great game from us on the day. I was glad to see that even though their people were down, the one question that I had was, can we finally, get some type of continuity in the run game? And shout out, and let me say this. Y'all done heard me say this all year, man. I can't say it enough. Do y'all remember me saying all this year, if you want to know how your running game is, you will never know how good or if you can run the ball when all your offensive linemen do is just drop back in pass protection. That's not how you find out if you can run. You got to let these guys hit people, go forward, and hit people for an extended period of time, and then you can tell me if we can run the ball. You can't tell me we can't run the ball when it's first down, you run the ball, second and third down, and maybe some even fourth downs, you passing the ball. Then when you look at the end of the stats, you see that your number one running back only had 12 carries for the day. Your backup running back only had about 4 or 5 carries. So in the whole game, you run the ball 17 times. That's not a good evaluation on how, if your running game is secure. You can't even properly judge your linemen if you don't run the ball, an X amount of times today. And it really didn't. Well, let me stop talking. Let me see. The big time show is usually, we deal in facts, not fiction. So give me a second here. Let's see here. The Cowboys ran the ball 29 times for 131 yards. I'll take that. We ran the ball 29 times combined. Tony Pollard had 17 carries for 70 yards. That's four yards a pop. We'll take that. Rico Dow had 9 carries for 46 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. Now, keep in mind, he got a lot of his carries in garbage time. But, I mean, when you knew we were going to run. But I think we ought to adopt that same attitude in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what we ought to do. There was a little wrinkle that they put in this week. Did y'all remember that one play? What Devontae Turpin, Kevontae Turpin, I'm sorry, was in the backfield as a halfback, and they gave him the ball. He got 5 yards out there, 1 carry. I ain't saying we're supposed to do that a lot because he's just too small. He can't take all that. So we saw that. CeeDee Lamb carried the ball once. Brandon Cook carried the ball once. I mean, I'm impressed. Dak was 31 or 36. You know, that's kind of what he does. I mean, we might as well just give up talking about we don't want to see Dak throw the ball that much. It ain't no sense of talking about that. It's got to happen because we have, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a first-team All-Pro wide receiver. It ain't no doubt about that. It just ain't no doubt. It's no question. He has to get the ball. So we have to pass him the ball. 13 catches for 98 yards. Come on now. Jake Ferguson, 6 catches for 69 yards. Rico caught it out the backfield, 3 catches for 54 yards. Cooks had 6 catches, 39. Cooks has really turned in these last 4 weeks. He's becoming a factor. You know, it's not in yard. It's just that he's going to get the ball, short routes. Teams have to look for him. And he added another touchdown today. Huge. In other words, today, I don't care who it was that we played. We were cooking on all cylinders today, which is the way that you want to go into the playoffs. That's how you would. Today is, little flaws that we can talk about, but that's how you want to go in. You want to give yourself confidence, say, hey, we can do whatever we want to do. And keep in mind, the real thing that we really need to applaud is TJ Bass and Charlie Hoffman. I think it caught us all off guard that Zach Martin was sick today, and they didn't even let him get out. That little flu bug is going around, and I think that's probably what happened with. They say he had a stomach illness. That's what's going around, so he couldn't even play today. Probably throwing up. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but since they said that he had the stomach illness, you would assume that he was throwing up and all that type of stuff. So he didn't play, but Hoffman did an outstanding job. And the only way you really gonna understand that is if you look at the tape. But based off what I was saying, because I was kind of looking, I wasn't looking at Dak and who got the ball. I was looking at Hoffman, the whole play, a couple plays, and he was driving people, just moving people. TJ Bass is solid, man. TJ Bass is solid. And if this is Tyron Smith's last year, then I'm very safe with moving Tyler Smith to tackle. And Bass could be your guard. We also got that we probably won't see this year too much, but I'm telling y'all now, this future talk. If they ever move Lyle Collins to guard instead of worrying about tackle, if they ever move him to guard, that would be special. I ain't got no doubt about that. No doubt. Oh, breaking news. Josh Allen just threw an interception. Y'all surprised? That's the other guy they wanted. They want so bad to get an MVP. I'm serious, man. Dak Prescott, man. I'm telling y'all, Dak Prescott ought to be. Look, uh, you know, is Lamar Jackson first team All Pro? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling you, he played guard a little bit when we first got him, and he was dominant at guard. You know, it's 6, 7, 8 years later, whatever it is, six years later, whatever it is. But he was awesome at guard. He was awesome at tackle. But signing, because I ain't talked about that, but I believe signing Collins has a little bit more to do with next year than this year. The only way he really gonna play this year is unless somebody gets hurt. He had to be forced in. He'll be kind of like Leonard, not Davis, but Jason Peters. You remember Jason Peters really didn't play until somebody really got hurt, and he'll come in for spots. And I think that's how they're gonna do Lyle for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it's gonna be. But next year, look out. Hey, what's up? He could says we're gonna talk about how good Hendershot is playing too. Came back from injury and never missed a beat. When they gave him the ball today, obviously he produced, and we all know he's a playmaker. But here's the thing about that. To me, it's just me, and y'all may have add on to what I'm getting ready to say, or you may not like what I'm getting ready to say. See, I just said that, JD. To get the true effectiveness out of Hendershot, it would have to be, and the Cowboys just don't do this a lot, and it's there. It's there. Is to put them in a 12 personnel, a 2 tight end set where you got Jake and Hendershot out there, and I don't think nobody can stop that. The only question is, and well, it's not a question because Hendershot can block a little bit. He's more of a playmaking tight end, but he can block, and he got the aggressiveness for it. But if you put them two on a 2 tight end set, good Lord, oh my God. I mean, because Henderson, both of them can run, and it's obvious that both of them are playmakers. Plus, you get the advantage, of course, of running the ball as well with 2 tight ends in there. I mean, we just don't, and maybe it's because they've been waiting for him. I don't know, but it is a deadly. And I even throw this in. Shoot, sometimes you put Hendershot in the backfield as a fullback, and God, I mean, that opens things up crazy if you put him at fullback. Because of course he can catch it out the backfield and he can get down there. He can move. So I'm saying that, for what he did today, I hope he cush. I hope Mike McCarthy understands that this dude is a playmaker and you can make the offense even deadlier if you decide to go with that personnel. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, everybody, while you're here, hit that like button again. Do that for me. Everybody hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, hit that heart button. If you're on Facebook, hit that that like button for me. Smash it about 12, 13 times for me, and we'll be good. What's up, JD? I'm sorry, brother. What's going on? He said, I think we match up well with Green Bay. We just can't let them go crazy on the ground. Well, that's going to be part of my talk when I finally start breaking Green Bay down for this week. Just off the top of my head, if you look at the stats for Green Bay, they're kind of misleading. Hey, Uncle Charles, yes, sir. It's misleading because in the running game, I heard I forgot who that was talking on the Cowboys the first word, saying that Aaron Jones only had 600 yards this year and Dillon only had 500 yards. Well, what he forgot to say was that Aaron Jones was hurt this year. He missed a lot of games. And Dillon was hurt as well. Not a lot of games, but he was hurt for a little while. So, of course, you ain't gonna have no whole lot of yards if if you ain't on the field. But we know Aaron Jones is a dynamic running back, and we know Dillon is a bulldozer who can run. So, what is the weakness of the Cowboys? Come on now. The way I look at E. Cush is that Jordan Love gonna put it up anyway. He hot, 32 touchdowns. He got 32 touchdowns. That mean they're throwing the ball well, no question. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is what it is. That's right, Lisa. We're gonna celebrate a little bit, and I guess that's a perfect segue, Lisa. Thank you for saying that, because what you're going to encounter this week, everybody, if you're in a whole bunch of chat groups like I am, there's a particular group that I'm in. I'm in two of them. It's two of them. It's NFC East, and maybe y'all want to get in there. It's called NFC EAST. NFC East Trash Talk. That's the name of it. NFC East Trash Talk. If y'all on Facebook, y'all just search that and go to it. Go to that and you're gonna see something, because it's a whole bunch of where it's NFCs, the whole teams are represented, and there's of course it's fan base, and they talk so much trash. So what you got right now is a whole bunch of Philadelphia Eagle fans. Lisa, that's why I said thank you. There's a whole bunch of Philadelphia Eagle fans who are so concentrated on what we doing, and they should, because they still had a chance to win the East, only if we lost. So they had their eyes on us mostly, because they sure weren't looking at their game, boy, until once they start getting their brains beat out. The Philadelphia Eagle fans are just, they're gonna be talking about the refs did this in the Detroit game and we beat y'all early. But at the end of the day, whatever y'all did to us and we did it back to y'all, no matter what you say, the bottom line is it's not a thought, it's the truth. We are the NFC East champions. And most of all, you're not. You are a wannabe. Yeah. See, those are the facts of the situation. And for you Philadelphia Eagle fans that like to look at my show, of course, you ain't gonna jump on live. You probably looking right now, listening to me. You just ain't clicked in. Let me go ahead and just set the record straight, since y'all did all that yip. Here it is. Number one, the last year, the Philadelphia Eagles were better than the Dallas Cowboys. I say that. Last year, Jalen Hurts had a better season than Dak Prescott. I say that. Last year, A.J. Brown was not by much, but he was a little bit better than C.D. Lamb was last year. See, A.J. was first team All-Pro. CD was second team All-Pro last year. I'll give you that. But this year, you might as well say, man, Philadelphia Eagle fan, the Dallas Cowboys are better than the Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts. And CD Lamb is better than A.J. Brown. See how quick 1 year change everything around? See, those are facts. Well, I don't think it's any question, JD. This was his best year other than his rookie year. And, now in between that time, he had a lot of 30 touchdown seasons, led the Cowboys to the #1 offense in the league. And he had big years, but Dak this year is without a doubt this year. Dak did a lot of front running, but this year I have seen on more than one occasion that the team was put on Dak's shoulder and he delivered. Because the truth be told, we really hadn't had a real dominant running game. So if we still scoring 30, how are we doing this? And somebody gonna be crazy enough to say, well, you got CeeDee Lamb. Okay, my question is, who threw it to CeeDee Lamb? See what I'm saying? We can't escape it. It was not Tony Pollard this year. It was not Rico. He barely got the ball. It was not the strong running game. It was a whole bunch of games that we did not have really a successful running game. Them 30 points that we had, and it wasn't the defense scoring all crazy and all that kind of stuff. It was Dak Prescott who put the team on his shoulder and delivered. I got to say that, and y'all know what I've said about Dak Prescott for almost about 3-4 years now. But I got to this season, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. This season, I don't want to hear nothing about no Jalen Hurts. And again, as I've always said about Jalen Hurts, he had one good year. One. He's been started for, I think, at least 3 to 4 years now. He had one good year. That's why I don't want to hear nothing about Jalen Hurts saying this. Dak Prescott, like I said, I ain't going to get to that conversation again. I might do a show on that and more in depth. But Dak Prescott, you can't name me 3 quarterbacks that have played better than Dak Prescott this year. That's NFC and NFC. And it's debatable on if the supposed MVP really is the MVP. The numbers between Lamar and Dak is not even close, y'all. If I know I was gonna say I pull it up, but it's not even close. I think for instance, Lamar only has 17 touchdown passes. 17. I think I'm right. I don't know. I don't want to do Lamar wrong because Lamar has had an outstanding season. I'm not trying to knock him. He's had an outstanding season. But when I see other stuff, and it just don't, and I'm pulling up Lamar now. I just want to see it. Because I don't want to disrespect him because he's had a good year. He has. Looking at it wrong. Let me look at this. I'm sorry. Okay. I just want to see how many he has. 2, 4, 5, 8, 9. Some of y'all are proud to put it in the chat. 5, 7, 8, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 22. He has 22 touchdowns this year. 22. I mean, and of course, where he's better than Dak is the obvious. Obviously, that he runs the ball. We know that. So that ain't no surprise. As a matter of fact, you suppose, it ain't no quarterback gonna have, the type of rushes that he had. But he ain't get those 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Rushing like he did in his original MVP year. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's close. I'm looking at the stats now. He hit 100 yards one time. Everything else been, regardless, his numbers don't compare. He has thrown only 7 interceptions, I believe. So he got Dak on that. Dak has 9. But I don't know. It is what it is. Y'all talking about AJ Brown. It's a shame that he got hurt. It hurts. That's a big loss for Philly if he is hurt like that. That's huge. So that would be a big loss for Philly, and there are gonna be a lot of people that think that Tampa will beat Philly next week, without a doubt. So we will see on that. But here's the bottom line today. This is about celebration. Cowboys did a good job. I didn't talk too long. Phone line is open now. You can go ahead and call in. Cowboy fans got a reason to celebrate. There ain't no doubt about it. And let all the haters say what they want to say. We did what a lot of people thought that, everybody automatically saying Philadelphia is going to win the division. Everybody said that mostly. Now they sick. Stephen A. Smith with that stupid laugh video I ain't seen in a couple of weeks. So I'm waiting on him. Matter of fact, I'm tweeting. I tweeted him say, "Hey, where that video at?" where that dumb video at? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. Everybody, if y'all got a Twitter, y'all tweet Stephen A. Y'all tweet Stephen A. Just say we waiting on that laugh. Quiet as a church mouse. Yeah. And don't let nobody, hey. I like Bass. G-Ball. I said it earlier. I believe that Bass, if let me just, if you want to look toward the future, if Tyron Smith retires, you're comfortable with Tyler Smith moving to left tackle and Bass at left guard. You're comfortable. You're okay. But the wild card is, like I said earlier, I don't know if you were here or not. The wild card is, excuse me. The wild card is Lyle Collins, who I feel is insurance for next year, not this year. Everybody have it because Lyle and everybody's all thinking that all of a sudden he be the player. I don't think Lyle Collins will get in a whole lot unless somebody gets hurt. And even if he does play this year or in the playoffs at all, it'll just be spotty. It won't be because we need him for this specific play. You could very well put him there, maybe on a goal line package. You see what I'm saying? You could do that. But I'm just saying, that don't necessarily mean he's gonna play. But next year, and he's willing to play guard. Can you imagine if he's still young, as far as lineman goes, he's only 30 years old. But you can imagine if Lyle Collins is still pretty good. What's up, Terry? Cowboys, what's going on? Lyle will could play be your
Call
left guard.
Eastside Herald.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay, I'll do this. Y'all forgive me, because y'all already know how this is gonna turn out. And I think I did say what I said yesterday, so I'm gonna be a man of my word. Eastside Herald is in the building. You got the dance floor.
How you doing, sir?
Doing fine. How you doing?
Oh, wonderful, awesome.
Yeah, we are too.
Spectacular.
We're doing spectacular as well, without a doubt. We're doing our.
Well, looks like we in the same boat, huh? Like I've been telling you this whole season, but you ain't really believe me. I don't know why not.
Well, first of all, well, go ahead. Just go ahead. I tell you, I give you the dance floor. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, 10-win team. You said my team wasn't talking about nothing. Now they division champs heading to the playoffs, sir. This is what I foreseen. I foreseen it, and it came true.
It did. It did. And I want to congratulate you, Eastside. I play your game just for a second, but please understand, your time is very limited because, as you can see, as I always say, this ain't the Houston Texans podcast. It's the Dallas Cowboys podcast. But I'm gonna play with you just for a hot second. All right.
Are we talking about the postseason?
No. You know exactly what we're talking about because you've been sitting there hanging. But you hear me even say anything about the Houston Texans until now. Because this is not the NFL podcast. This is a Dallas Cowboy podcast. You understand? But since you're here, I told you yesterday I'll play your game. So I will say this. I was very impressed by C.J. Stroud. Incredibly impressed by him. And I was impressed by your defense. Y'all got a lot to build over. Actually, y'all probably are a year ahead of schedule. But that's not y'all fault. C.J. Stroud is a bona fide quarterback. No doubt about that. I will give him total credit. I expected y'all defense to play better than last year, of course, because y'all got a great defensive coach in Mr. Ryans, who I like very much. I will give y'all the credit. The Houston Texans did what nobody thought they would do, and it's not y'all fault that other teams lost when they had it. I mean, y'all needed help to win it, but it ain't y'all fault. Y'all did what y'all had to do. Y'all beat the Colts. I would give y'all credit. Great win, and unexpectedly, the Houston Texans are in the playoffs. I'll give you credit. And you were, even though I know you were just throwing stuff in the wind, you ain't foresee it. I mean, you ain't foresee it because you ain't expecting Houston to do nothing either. You just shocked. And you one of those ones that's just gonna be happy that y'all there. And it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Who y'all playing? You watch us so much, you don't even know who you playing.
We got Cleveland. Cleveland.
Where y'all playing?
At home.
Where y'all playing? At home. Okay.
Yeah.
But defense travels. They got a real good defense. We'll see.
We played them already. They beat us.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
We can't scheme them, though.
They have.
But they ain't play C.J. Stroud, though.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
It's going to be a different story.
C.J. Stroud is a difference maker. I'll give you that. Cleveland defense is a problem. That's all I'm going to tell you about that. They do play well, good defense over there. I will give you that. Now, since I got you on the phone, didn't you say that number one, the Cowboys wouldn't even make the playoffs? Did I hear you say that?
No.
No, don't cough now. Don't cough now. No. See, I answered your questions. Now you got to answer mine. See, did you say that the Cowboys wouldn't even make the playoffs? Because see, it was you.
Playoffs?
No, because see, it was you that said, and all you other haters.
Don't let me in with everybody else.
Well, you definitely that.
You think I'm the only one that don't like the Cowboys?
No. You just one of the ones that said when we get to this 6-game stretch, because y'all remember y'all saying we ain't played nobody. So remember all that. You said the Cowboys weren't going to win Seattle game. You said we're going to lose to Philly. You said we were definitely going to lose to Buffalo and Miami. And I think
That
you
happened.
said we would probably beat Detroit, and then we would beat Washington. So you said we would lose 4 out of the last 6 and be 2-4. That's what you said. Then I foresaw, I got. No, don't laugh, don't cough or nothing. Just listen. So I foresaw, since we in the foreseeing business, since you're a prophet now, I said the Dallas Cowboys gonna win NFC East. You know what you said, Eastside? You said that the Philadelphia Eagles gonna win the division, didn't you? I ain't got quiet here. Is my microphone working? Is my microphone working over here?
Your microphone working, sir. I'm giving you the dance flow, sir.
No.
I'm giving you the dance flow.
No.
Like you told me.
No. I answered your question.
Okay.
Now you answer mine. That's how the ball game works.
Well, sir.
Didn't you say that the Philadelphia Eagles were gonna win the division?
They was in the running. They was highly favored.
No. You. It's either yes or no. Did you say that Philadelphia was gonna win the division?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that.
Well, I know what you definitely did. I know what you definitely said. You said that the Dallas Cowboys were not going to win the division. You said that. Is that right?
So you're in the playoffs, sir.
No.
We in the same boat, sir. I just called to congratulate you, sir.
That wasn't the question, sir. I said, did you not say that the Dallas Cowboys were not going to win the division? All that requires a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said it. Now you sick. See what I'm saying?
No, sir. Why would I be sick, sir? I've been partying since all this weekend, celebrating great football in Houston, Texas, sir.
You just saw great
Excellent football.
You saw great football Saturday. I give you that. But you saw great football today. So all I can say is good luck to you, you know.
Oh, yeah. Same to you, sir.
Welcome to the NFL postseason. Your Houston,
one
Texas,
of us might be one and done.
Yeah.
Is your phone line still gonna be open for me, sir? If your team is one and done?
Son, listen.
Since you be putting stipulations.
And here's a stipulation. Here's your stipulation. If your team didn't win, and my team wins, you better not say a word. You understand?
No, sir.
What you gonna come here for?
You know I'm around win, lose, or draw.
No,
sir.
yeah. All you gonna do is I'm gonna call you the shifter. You're not Eastside Harold. You Eastside Harold, Karma the shifter. You know why you the shifter?
What?
You know why you gonna be the shifter? It's because all you gonna do is I tell you why. Because all you gonna do is switch uniforms every week. See, we're gonna take a team out and then you're gonna jump on another team bandwagon. That's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do. When we beat Green Bay, you're gonna be looking at the schedule where y'all sure to lose there. That's all you're gonna do, be switching up, and your team gonna be already getting ready for the draft. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if y'all gonna win or not. I think y'all got a good shot. I do. I'm serious. I do. But you better make sure you win before you come over here talking on this show here. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Cause see, if you lose, everybody in the chat gonna be looking for you. You understand? Am I right? Am I right, chat? Am I right, chat? Am I right? Yeah. Oh yeah. B-Bird.
I'm not hard to find, sir.
All right, get off my phone. I gave you credit. We gave you a 30-second.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, get on out the line.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
For admitting your wrong. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you still hardly ever admitted yours, but we don't care what you admit. You understand? We 12-5. We've been whooping tail all year. That's the bottom line.
Sir. We're not far from you.
Goodbye. You are far from us. You ain't been nobody. You just barely got in. Stop it. You ain't on our level, son. You're not on our level. You're not. I don't care nothing about that Jiffy Lube pancake division y'all in, where nobody really won too many games. We don't care nothing about that. I don't care about that crackerjack division y'all won. Y'all almost like Tampa Bay winning a division with a 7-9 or a 8-8, 9-7, 9-8 victory. I mean record, man. No one caring about that. You ain't on our level. We're better. We ain't even trying to compare. Houston Texans not on our level. Stop it. Just be happy. And you better win against Cleveland. That's all I'm gonna tell you. See, we're main event. You're preliminary. You understand? If it was a boxing match, you guys would be the mid card. We're the main event. You want me to prove it to you, Eastside? Watch and see what the Dallas Cowboys playing this weekend. Because the NFL is going to be very smart and going to put a game with the Dallas Cowboys on they're going to put us there where everybody's going to be watching. Ain't nobody going to be watching y'all like that. Nobody want to see the Houston Texans. The NFL is smart. Why do you think they put us on Monday night the last 2 years in the playoff? Why? And you know what? That's another whole conversation. Let me get off his side because he ain't talking about nothing. Cedric Morris, 49er fan. Okay. 49ers lost today. Of course, they didn't play Mr. Purdy and all that kind of stuff, but they had number 1 seed locked up. No need to play him. I get it. No problem. Good. Let the games begin. We'll see. All right. Let's talk about that, y'all. Thank you, Eastside. See, some good came out of this. Our phone line is open too, but I don't really want to. Well, he said we ain't nobody. We got the 49ers in here. You know, y'all ain't gonna rain on our parade. We 12-5. We won the division that y'all say we weren't gonna win. You know, we got number 2 seed. Y'all got them number 1. Y'all beat us. So, hey, I ain't gonna even argue with that. You know, I ain't gonna argue with it. We'll see. We'll see how all this turn out. But let me ask y'all this. Matter of fact, don't call in because I think this is gonna warrant good discussion. Based off of, I'm saying this for 2 people, Tyler Smith and Stephon Gilmore. One thing we sure don't want, we don't want no Saturday game. I don't care how much prime time it is. The reason why I'm saying that, we got some guys who kind of nicked up a little bit. That's the farthest extreme left. However, if we were to play Monday night, now keep in mind if we play Monday night, it's going to be a disadvantage either way for the next week in case we win. Because the games on division weekend is on Saturdays and Sundays. So you're going to lose an extra day. You're going to be playing on somewhat of a short week, obviously. Bang, bang, boogie. Since you said bang, bang, I don't know if you're a 49er fan or you're a Cowboy fan, bang, bang, boogie. I just see bang, bang, and I know that's 49ers. Please let me know. Because if it is, your comment says Sunday at 4 o'clock. I don't know. I don't think there's no way that they gave out the schedule. Oh, you wanted to be Sunday at 4 o'clock. Me personally, I want to know where is, with Tyler Smith, is really more about pain management. Because he had the complete tear in his foot, the plantar fasciitis, or whatever you call it. That has been It's better when it was, when it completely tears. So my question is, what do y'all want? I mean, because if we play Saturday, I got you, bang, bang, book. I see what you get. Appreciate you, man. I ain't never met you, but welcome to the show, man. And welcome to the show, bang, bang. Hope you subscribe to the show and follow me. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in. I got you, man. I say you DC for life. But you family then. Matter of fact, family, let's welcome Bang Bang Boogie in here. We just call him Bang Bang. He ain't no 49er fan. So I appreciate you, Bang Bang. Appreciate you. And hope you subscribe. And hey, let's welcome him in, family. I'm big time, as you probably know by now. You see what I do. It's what I do. It's an open show. It's really our show. That's how I kind of promote it. We just talk it out, which leads again to the discussion. I want to know how I think the rest would do us well. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I think that playing, and I ain't saying I want it, but I'm saying it wouldn't hurt us. I think playing on Monday night again would be beneficial to us. I really do. I think, yes, that one day difference, would be beneficial to us. I definitely don't want to play on Saturday. I can tell you that right now. I don't want Saturday. I don't want Saturday. And the argument would be where everybody else that you're playing will be, on Saturday as well. Huh? I'm just saying. Yeah, said I think Tampa Bay I think they got Tampa. And Tampa gonna get them a rough run. I ain't saying Philly can't win, but I think they're gonna have a tough time in Philly. Philadelphia might be one and done. Might be. Philly got a lot of pride now. I'm just saying. Now if AJ can't play, that's rough. I said Sunday because he might snow on Monday and NFL won't snow games, playoff games. Well, they ain't gonna get no snow game in Dallas though, man. Not if they gotta come to Dallas. Trust me, the NFL don't care nothing about they don't care nothing about weather when it comes to ratings. And everybody know, whether you're a fan or a hater, that if you want your ratings, you put the Cowboys on. Oh, Buffalo, yeah. Well, Buffalo is a very popular franchise too. And the Buffalo wins, guess what? It depends on the matchup. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the winner of this game will get. The Steelers snuck in. The bottom line is, but I'm really exactly B Bird. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. B Bird said this: ratings over everything. It's the truth. And if you want your ratings, it's just traditionally known. It's been this way. If you want your ratings to go up, you put the Dallas Cowboys on, because the haters gonna watch and the fan base is gonna watch, which means you're gonna get a very high rated watch game. And trust me, the NFL, just like they did when we played Tampa the last 2 years, they put us on Monday night. Cause why? It was the only game on, and all eyes are gonna be on there. It was the playoffs. It was Tom Brady last game, perhaps. Tom Brady, can he do it again? Then, of course, the Cowboys, they are the better team, but can Tom Brady pull the magic off? And then, of course, the fan base is going to be there in the stadium and watching. And what happened? The Cowboy 49er game last year was the second highest rated playoff game, other than the Super Bowl. I mean, I risk my case. I rest my case. Now, the advantage of the Cowboy-Packer game, two great fan bases. The recent struggles of the Cowboys against the Packers in the playoffs. Of course, that's what Aaron Rodgers there. You got Mike McCarthy playing against his old team. I mean, the storylines are there. The Cowboys, can they win a playoff game? All that kind of mess. All that. I mean, it's ratings. So I expect the Cowboys to get a prime time slot. They're not going to do the early game because if it's on a Sunday, they know most people do things during the day. People go to church. They want as many eyes as possible. By 3 o'clock on Sunday or Sunday night. I can see it being a Sunday night game, man. Now I'm talking, yeah. I can see it being a Sunday night game. I can see us playing Sunday night. All eyes will be on. It'll be the only game on doing, just like right now. I guarantee you, this Buffalo-Miami game is being probably watched by a lot of people right now. See what I'm saying? I really believe that. I believe we're gonna play Sunday night, man. It just makes sense. It just makes perfect sense. It'll be on Sunday night. I was just thinking about that. Old East Side brought that out of me on there. I think that the Cowboys is really a dilemma for them because they gonna get the Cowboy, whoever the Cowboys playing in the first round. The Cowboy game will be the most watched playoff game next week. It will be. It will be. And there's some great matchups next week. But the Cowboy-Packer game will be the most watched playoff game next week. So since everybody know that, the NFL going to be smart about it and put it in the right spot. And I think that's going to be Sunday night. I really believe we're going to play Sunday night. We'll know. After this game tonight. They said we'll be waiting on whoever after y'all fight it out in the first round. Yeah, exactly. Y'all earned the number one seed. Ain't no telling who y'all playing. The lowest seed left goes to San Francisco, and then the next lowest comes to Dallas for the next week. You know, it could be, to be honest with you, it very well could be a rematch. You know, we got to get past Green Bay. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised if the Detroit Lions come back to Dallas for the second round. They're the 3 seed, so Frisco wouldn't get them. They'll get whoever's left. The problem for them, the way I'm looking at it, it'll probably be the Rams, to be honest with you. Rams hot. The Rams are hot. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams well, I mean, whenever the Cowboys play, is the storyline for us if we get division round to lead would be, well, can the Cowboys finally get past the division round? That type stuff. You know, you can already see that. But first things first, let's get rid of Green Bay. Let's get rid of Green Bay first. I ain't gonna skip ahead. I done learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Let's skip. Let's don't worry about the future. The future, that'll be my show, y'all. I'm talking nothing but strictly they didn't got hot seat. I know you shoot down here, but the Rams got hot. They got hot when Cooper Kupp came back. They started playing well. Stafford was hot. Yeah, they were. I learned my lesson. I'm sticking. I'm just face forward, strictly on the Green Bay Packers. That's what my show gonna be about this week. I'm coming on all week. I hope I can get some people on with me this week as we talk about it. this week. I'm strictly looking forward to Green Bay. I care less about anybody else. Whoever win. Whoever lose. All I'm concerned about is while we in a great opportunity, we put ourselves in a great position that we possibly could get at least 2 games at home. And if the 49ers slip up and the Cowboys stay on track, the only thing stopping us from the NFC Championship game in Dallas is the 49ers. If they lose, then things could get real interesting. Yeah, I said that earlier, bang. In my view, Dak Prescott is the MVP of the league. It ain't Jalen Hurts. It ain't Josh Allen. It ain't Brock Purdy. The only other quarterback is Lamar, and Dak kills him in every stat except running the football. And I think Lamar got 7 interceptions for the year. I just added up. He only had 22 touchdowns for the year. 22. And you think he got 7 interceptions. He don't even have 1,000 yards rushing this time. I mean, it's far less than what he's done before. And yet, the team is 13-3 or whatever they are. If you do that, but his stats don't compare. Forget Dak Prescott. His stats don't even compare to some of the other quarterbacks. There's another guy who hadn't got the respect that I think he deserved as far as MVP votes, and that's Christian McCaffrey. This would be the year that, you're going to argue and say that a running back should be the MVP of the league. Christian McCaffrey got over 20 touchdowns. I mean, good Lord. I think he leads the league in rushing, if I'm not mistaken. And he's on the team that's the number 1 seed. If you was to ask who's the MVP of the 49ers, you couldn't say Brock Purdy for the 49ers. You would have to say it's Christian McCaffrey. So if it's Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy really shouldn't even be in the conversation. Christian McCaffrey is the MVP of the San Francisco 49ers. It's not Brock Purdy. I'm just telling like it is. But I believe Dak Prescott, since they say it's a quarterback award, then who's played better quarterback than Dak Prescott this year? Get your little hate out the way. Look at what he's done. Who you talking about? So that's what I said about Dak. Bang. In my view, I think Dak is the MVP. That's in my view. I don't think he's gonna win it because there's just too much hate for him. But he better be second. If Lamar is the MVP, Dak Prescott better be second. I don't think the writers would admit it. I don't think they ever had a heart to give Dak Prescott with that. So I already gonna come to the conclusion. But Dak Prescott is that. All right, y'all ain't called me. I told y'all the line's open, so we ain't got to talk about it. Listen, Cowboy fans, don't let the haters let them come up with all the excuses why and this and that and all that. At the end of the day, the bottom line is, I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line is the Dallas Cowboys are the NFC East champions. Why? Because this year, at 12-5, that means they've been whooping folks this year. And they did. 12-5. Third straight year. 12 wins. And let me throw this out. And y'all still, the line is open, y'all. If y'all want to call, it's fine. If not, let me say this. Be careful. G-Ball said, how did Big Hank look today? Well, he didn't make no individual plays. But if you notice, G-Ball, them linebackers were running from sideline to sideline. What does that tell you? What that tells you is that they didn't get touched too much. So let's look at this real quick, G-Ball. Here's what Washington did. And, I realized they got behind. But here it is. The Dallas Cowboys today, Washington today, had 17 carries as a team for only 50 yards. Here's what they said about Big Hankins. When he plays, Cowboys' run defense is better. That don't necessarily mean he making the plays. But once again, when he plays, I say it again, 17 carries, 50 yards. It don't sound too bad to me. B-Bird just said Adam Schefter said that the Cowboys game will be Sunday at 3:30. Hey, it fits because that's the game. Exactly, JD. And see, you can't judge the game of Hankins by tackles and all that kind of stuff. That's how you judge what you see JD just said there. That is how you judge Big Hankins. Michael was running free. Bale was running free. That's what we saw. I got you. Appreciate you. Everybody's saying it now. Cowboys Packers game at 3:30 on Sunday. That's called ratings, ladies and gentlemen. It's called ratings. That's big. That's big. Exactly. That's big. Trust me. They're not going to lose ratings because everybody going to watch that. Get ready for it. Doing what we got to do. Now, next week, I can already tell you I have somewhere to be next Sunday evening. So I will do the show, but it's going to be late. I'm just telling you in advance. I'm coming during this week, of course. But for the post-game show, win, lose, or draw, it's going to be later. I should be back home by maybe 7:45, 8 o'clock that evening. Be tuned in for me at that particular time. I can tell you that right now. All right. JD says Mozzie learns from Hankins and eventually becomes a player. Here's the thing: what I heard during during the show though, not during the show, but during the game, JD. Somebody, no, it was on. It was Boss that said, I believe. I was watching Boss.
Call from
B-Bird.
And he said that Mozzie had lost 15 pounds. So I don't know what that means, but he's not as heavy as he was. Ladies and gentlemen, with Shane, before I let B-Bird talk real quick, we're playing at the 3:30 game next week, Shane, on Sunday. B-Bird on the line. What's up, Doc?
Not much. How you doing tonight, man? I appreciate the show, too.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in on me.
Yeah. No problem, man. One thing, man, I was talking to my son, who's also a diehard, 19. But we was trying to figure out who to play. And at some point in time, man, it don't matter who you play, what's the best matchup. You just got to beat people, man. That's all it is to it. We can't be looking for certain matchups and things like that. We just got to line up and just whoever comes win, man. That's what real tough teams do, man.
Everybody that's in the tournament is good. Everybody. I don't care what the record is. They're good enough to get into the tournament, which means you one of the best. Let me say it's eight seeds. It's one of the best 16 teams in the league. Everybody can be beat, and most teams have been beat. Everybody's good, and in the playoffs, Doc, you can't run it. You can't run or hide.
You can't run. Yeah,
you don't have.
Sometimes you just got to grow up, put your big boy pants on, man, and say, "Hey, look, do you think San Francisco actually looking for matchups?
No.
The Baltimore looking for matchups. They don't do that, man. And so, us as fans, we got to get off that.
Yeah.
At some point in time, we got to build this team enough to where we can just go out there and just go out there with confidence to play our game and win, man. That's all it is.
It's just the bottom line. Just the bottom line. You can't run or hide. If you on the road, you just on the road. If you got one of these better records in the league, you have won a lot of road games. You won some road games. We only had, even in our case, we went 8-0, and of course we lost more on the road, but we did win 4 road games this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
You got to win.
And I tell you, I was really in the park. I thought that our path had to be the number 2 seed. We needed to get that to get a couple of home games, and then we go play one on the road. So, I thought they did a good job going up there at the places in Washington where we've had some not successful moments down there. So, whereas people might look at the team and be like, well, they only won 4 games, but they're still going to play their heart out, right?
Yeah.
And so they just went down there, and I thought they did good, took care of business. Dak looked pretty good in leading the team, man. I think they're going in a positive direction.
They would put it this way, at least for this game, today's game is the way you want to go in. Today's game is the way you want to go in. Now, if you want to do a 4-game sample, I'll say this. Everybody said we were going to have problems, and Philadelphia was going to win the championship, the NFC EAST at least, because they had cupcakes at the end. Well, they lost all the cupcake games. Dallas Cowboys. There were plenty.
One of the reasons.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
One of the reasons why they lost the cupcake game because they were cupcakes. To be totally honest with you.
Okay.
And so they showed up to be cupcakes at the end, man.
See,
so I definitely wouldn't want to be them going in.
See, it was not only B-Bird, it was not only the haters, but it was also a lot of Cowboy fans. They said, everybody started believing that myth that, you can't be nobody past 500. Okay. There were folks that thought we were going to lose to Seattle. And then there were some that thought that Philadelphia was going to beat us in Dallas. And then a lot of people, of course, picked us to lose Buffalo and Miami. And then a lot of folks were saying it's a 50-50 game with Detroit. And then everybody figured we would beat Washington. So they really expected us to come out on the losing end of these 6 games. And there were some that believed that we weren't even going to, we really be battling just to scratch into the playoffs. That was the truth. Yeah. Instead, everybody's so skeptical, and this goes for most of our fan base, B-Bird, that a lot of our fan base has missed the season word in being skeptical. Because we're 12-5. And those last 6 games, guess what? We went 4-2.
Yes, and the thing about that too, man, I have a longtime friend of mine, is a Cowboy fan. He texted me, well, now we're gonna see what Dak can do in the play.
So
you done missed 17 great games, man.
Yeah, you done missed.
You worried about, because what you do, you got PTSD from the 28 years. You got to learn to say, hey, this is a whole different year. The team, they put the team together the right way. They went out and got Cooks and Gilmore, like I've been wanting them to do, add to this team, fill some holes, and going forward. But I've been enjoying every week, man. I'm not going to be the one that that just wait for the playoffs. I mean, you really, I think we got 28 years and we got PTSD from that. A lot of our fans, because a lot of times there has been some weird things happening for us to lose games, and so now it's just going in like I'm expecting the worst. Yeah. And if something good happens, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not it. But I'll go to some of those games because the Buffalo game to me, man, it's just, and I've been on this, and I don't know if people probably heard me say this, is that the Buffalo game was won with us being a dome team, man, and cold, rain, wind. We just not used to that against a good team, Buffalo. So. That we got beaten that game, it didn't really shock me. Yeah. We played better in Miami. We had the lead. We gave it up at the end, so it wasn't like we just went out there and laid an egg. Yeah. So but what they do with the Cowboys, man, is they find a narrative, just like Dak's interceptions, just like Diggs' yards given up, that only apply to the Dallas Cowboys, and our fans are gullible enough to fall for it. They had some kind of video my son showed me of people at the Cowboy games with these shirts on and Dak Prescott shirts on. They kept asking people, you may have seen this, hey, what college did Dak Prescott go to? And about 10 or 12 of them didn't even know. But you got a number 4 jersey on. You saying, yeah, you're a diehard Cowboy fan, but you can't tell me what college Dak Prescott went to. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of fans that we kind of deal with, and that's part of it. And that's, you know, that friend that I was talking to, I was telling my son, I said, well, we can't really even have a deeper discussion. And he said, why? I said, because my buddy still looks at the game like in the 90s. Whereas there's so much more information now. You got all 22 films. You got advanced stats. You got all kinds of stuff to prove out what you're feeling. Yeah. And so, but a lot of people just, they go to TikTok and or go to get these Stephen A's and you know, Shannon's and all those opinions, and that goes into their mind because you hear when it comes out of them, and it tells me that you're not at the level of a fan to where as you go find out information on your own, see if this is correct. Let's just take Dak's interceptions last year. Did you actually go and look at the interceptions and see that, okay, 5 of these things, this wide receiver throwing the ball into defender's hands. It's guys running bad routes.
Well, it's just like today. The interception today was a tip ball. I mean,
yeah.
You know, but you said I saw people saying Dak had it again. He throwing the interception. I'm like,
yeah. Or did you even notice that he's not in his career, he's not been a high interception thrower. That was an aberration of last year. And just say that there's a one-off instead of, that's all he do is throw interceptions, all these memes coming out and all that kind of stuff. Where are the memes at now? I asked somebody the other day, I said, hey, who leads the league in interceptions this year? And the guy's like, man, I don't know. I said, you knew last year though, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, everybody knew last year because that was a narrative. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, we got to be smarter fans than that, man.
Well, B-Bird, I'm going to say it like this. You and I, unfortunately for us, we saw the Cowboys win big.
Yeah.
And I don't know, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 58.
Yeah, you're older than I am. So we saw the 70s Cowboys win. We saw the 90s win. The truth of the matter is, you know, in fairness to our kids now, a lot of them hadn't even seen us win. They just heard about it. A lot of these people, a lot of the fan base now is not the Tom Landry, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Jimmy Johnson era. These folks grew up in the Tony Romo era.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, I can't blame them for the skepticism. I can't, because that's all they know. They know, they've read about, you know, they read about us winning. And if they were born, they weren't really old enough to really think about it, you know, to remember it. So they have no clue. They just got pride and say, hey, we done won 5. We done won 5, like my little shirt I got on now. We done won 5 championships, but they don't know nothing about it, you know, other than going back and watching the highlights. The most of our fans, they don't know the excellence that we had. They don't, and I can't blame them for that. They grew up with Tony Romo fumbling the ball in Seattle in the playoff game. And
losing 3 do-or-die games.
And losing 3 of the 8-8 years. Losing 3 games there. That's all they know. They don't know nothing about Jimmy and Emmett and Troy and Michael. And they don't know nothing about Dion. They don't know nothing about all those guys. Or whoever that is from North Carolina, I'm going to call you back. I promise you. Once I get through with B-Bird, I'm going to call you back. So all they know is disappointment. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I can't blame the skepticism. That all they know is in the moments they haven't really taken advantage of it. And so
well, one thing, but this is what I've come to find out. Like even last year at the San Francisco game, one thing that I would say is if you go back and look at that game, after Tony Pollard got hurt, you're not going to beat San Francisco with CeeDee Lamb only. I mean, our wide receiver core, put it this way, the other wide receivers that are in that game don't even play for us anymore because our wide receiver core was so poor last year. But what I'm trying to say is this. even if we lose, go and look why we lost. And then say, okay, we didn't have a good enough. And then you look at Dak Prescott. Oh, my God, Dak played bad. Who is he throwing the ball to, y'all?
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say is now we have things that we can go and look and reasons why, instead of getting into our emotions about it, and say, okay, why did this happen?
Yeah.
And can we fix it? And I think they fixed it, man. And big time, I'm going to let you go so you can get that guy out in North Carolina, man. I just want to call and just support your show, man, to tell you I appreciate you.
Man,
and go Cowboys, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Bert. Thank you. Y'all forgive me. I had another call, and whoever that was from North Carolina, I promise you, I'm going to call you, but I had another one. And I got to take this one, and you'll understand why once he answers.
Hello.
Hey, Daddy. I'm on the show. I'm live on the show right now.
Oh, okay. When I looked at my thing, I didn't pick it up.
No.
So
I was talking to another person that was on in, but I wanted to call you. You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, I'll call you back once I get off the show.
Okay, then.
All right. Okay. I think y'all understand why I did that. I mean, that's my daddy. Y'all forgive me that. Let me call this person from North Carolina. I hope you still
Your
watching.
call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
Okay, I'm going to try it again because you're probably trying to call me. If you're from North Carolina, hang up. I'm about to call you right now. Whoever you are. It's me. You turn your phone down. Hey.
Hey, what's going on, big time?
What's up with you? You all right? Who am I speaking to?
This is Talib in North Carolina.
What Talib? I need to lock you in, man.
Yeah, lock me in.
Yeah, I need to lock you in. What's up? What's up with you, Talib?
Hey, so I'm glad I came behind
B-Bird.
the previous caller.
B-Bird.
B-Bird. So I'm one of them fans, right? But I've been a long time fan as well. You know, I started watching the Cowboys in 1977.
Oh, well, you know
right?
me.
So so I know. But I'm one of them skeptical fans too. Let's just take the last. Let's just go with the last 5 years. Let's don't even go with the last 28 years. Let's go with the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
As a Cowboys fan, have a right to be skeptical.
I agree.
Particularly going into the playoffs.
I agree.
Because it's been what?
It's been since 95. 95.
Yeah. It's been poor play, and it's been poor coaching.
Yep.
Now, I'm hoping this year we have both of those corrected.
Yeah.
Throughout this season, though, we've seen poor play by the players, and we've definitely seen poor clock management by our coach.
Yep.
I'm hoping that this year is the year that we clean it up going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So as a longtime Cowboys fan, I have a right to be skeptical.
Yes,
and I'll base it just on the last 5 years.
Yes, sir. And as far as bad coaching goes, the last thing that you want to hear during this time coming up is that you were out-coached by another player. And every coach from here on out is a good coach.
Absolutely.
I mean, from Green Bay has an excellent coach.
Absolutely. Last year's game against the 49ers, even when Pollard went out, we still had the opportunity to win that game. What possibly cost us that game last year? Poor clock management.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
I'm praying and hoping that now McCarthy's learned something. We can go into the playoffs. We got 2 home games. And all of this is cleaned up. But as a Cowboys fan since 1977, it's not just the young folks, but it's me too.
Okay, yeah. I agree.
I have a right to be skeptical, based on
what you've seen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Heading into the playoffs, let's just leave the regular season out of it, right? Because I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't care what Dak Prescott does during the year. He should be the MVP. But you said this. It's all about moments. That's ultimately going to define Dak Prescott.
Definitely.
Ultimate moments come during the playoffs.
This time. Yep.
Period.
Yep.
I'm praying and hoping he can do it. I believe in him. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping McCarthy can come on with it too, right? He doesn't cost us a game because of poor clock management. So I'm hoping he can get right. Yeah. But I think that CD Lamb, I think the running game looked good. I'm glad the second back came back. Who was that?
Rico.
Rico looked good, even though a lot of his yards were garbage. Mm-hmm. That ankle looks healthy. I think that's going to help us during the running game.
Yeah.
I think we got a shot, and I'm going to call it right now. I think the Rams upset. I know you don't want to skip, but I think the Rams upset the 49ers in the divisional round. Cowboys host the NFC Championship game.
Oh, that happens, Doc. We going to Super Bowl. I say that. I say that without a doubt. If that happens, look out. But I ain't skipping. I appreciate you, Talib. Awesome.
I appreciate you too, brother.
Awesome point.
Excellent show as always.
Thank you, man.
Continued success to you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let me throw in one more off Talib. What he just said. That I think we'll see more than usual. Because we saw it today. Let me tell you something, y'all. You know what scared me about Mike McCarthy more than the clock matching? That is scary. But you know what scared me about Mike McCarthy is the overconfidence on fourth down. Because Mike McCarthy is aggressive because he will go for fourth down. Let me tell you something. In the playoffs, I don't care what you feeling. I ain't saying you got to do it every time. I understand that you can go for it on fourth down, 4th and 2 and 4th and 1. I saw him go for 4th and 3 today. Let me tell you something. Man, look, we ain't got time to play hero ball. Ain't no time to get greedy. If you got a chance to put 3 points on the board, put it on the board, man. I'm saying that's what scared me more about him than anything. And that's just a matter of debate. Some of y'all like it, some of y'all don't. See, you're going to hate it if we don't convert. And then you're going to say, well, we should have kicked the field goal afterwards. No. If you up 7-3 and it's 4th and 2 and you at the 22-yard line, it's okay to be up 10-3 rather than not get it and then they go down and score and take the lead. It's a time and place for it. But see, he's an analytical guy because he goes to analytics now. And it just seemed like to me, he go for a whole lot of fourth downs instead of taking the obvious points. That's just me. You know, it don't show up a lot because the Cowboys blow people out. That could help you. I guess the counterpoint would say, well, big time, what happened when they go for 4 and 2 and they end up scoring a touchdown late in the drive? Okay. I guess that's what you could say. But it's the playoffs. Well, most of these games come down to the last drive, to be honest with you. I'm just saying, and we'll never know if it'll get to that point, but I know that he goes for it a lot on fourth down, and some will say he may be greedy. I don't know. But that scared me more than the clock management. I'm just going to throw that in. All right, I'm going to close the phone lines down now because I ain't got but a little time left with you guys. Cowboy fans, it's going to be a lot of hate this week. The media is going to do their part to try to downplay the Cowboys so they can get in the head. These guys ain't listening to none of them anyway. They care less. They just go out. We listen to the yip yap. You know what I'm saying? We listen to it more than they do. We just go out and play. So don't let no haters and don't let your chat groups destroy your feeling you got today. Dallas Cowboys won the division. They locked up a number 2 seed. That's the bottom line. That's all you need. That's your comeback with facts. They're number 2 seed, and they are the NFC East champions. They won the division. Took it to the last week, and they won it. Bottom line. Remember that. Now, number 2, most importantly, this week, I need you to follow me. For those that may be on Twitter, well, I'll still do it here. I have a major announcement that will probably happen no later than Thursday for this show. And once again, it is not because of me. I got something to do with it, of course, but it's because of you guys. Whoever's watched me, who's ever subscribed, who's ever, took time out and listened to me. The show is possibly, and I'm about 95%, is going to another level this week. It's going to be a major announcement. And I'll tell you all about it and give you, it's you may not think it's, well, you will, because I'm going to present it that way. I hope you guys do it, but it is major. It is major, man. If I'm telling you that, it's major. It's major. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. I got to make sure I dot all my I's and cross my T's first before I really reveal it. I hate to tell you this, and then it don't happen. It's going to be big. So please, 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 if you don't have on your phones the notification that when I come on live, and I title it Major Announcement, so you know it's coming. And I want all the people that have supported me from the very beginning. Look what God has done, man. Listen, I started out with, a food tray and a laptop. See what I'm saying? That's how it started. I didn't have this microphones. I just had the computer microphone and just did it that. And 3 years later, God has presented an open door. Let me put it that way. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and walk through it. And it's because of people like you who have made the show grow. People like you that have supported it. Hey, turn on those live notifications, bang, bang. And then stay here too, because I'm about to close out. I'm going to show you how we groove our way out of here too. But it's people like you, even people like Bang Bang, who just got here today, who just subscribed, who just came in. There ain't no seniority in my show. Everybody got a voice. Everybody got a chance to display. As I've always said, I don't know everything. If you want to, you may say something that may change my mind during the show, and I'll jump off of it quick. I don't try to prove like my word is it. Everybody here got a voice. So I appreciate everybody that just jump in and talk and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate people like Talib to just say, hey, I was there with y'all. I started back in 77, but I'm skeptical. See what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. So I appreciate it. Hey, E. Kush, I appreciate you. E. Kush, one of my original guys who was with me right just about my first show 3 years ago. So you guys, man, look, y'all make it. And because of you, hey, I'm trying, Linwood. It's because of you guys. Y'all put me here. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Of course, I got a lot to do with it as far as what we talk about and all that kind of stuff, and put my own personality into it and all that stuff. But, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be going anywhere. It was you guys that helped me monetize my channel. You know what I'm saying? It was you guys that took me to where YouTube is. Appreciate you, Linwood. Hope you stay with me. See what I'm saying? Got people like Linwood. Linwood, are you following me, man? Are you following me now? I appreciate you, JD. For Linwood, since it's your first time, are you following me? If not, go ahead and push that follow button. And while I'm finishing up, everybody hit that like button for me. YouTube, hit the heart button. Facebook, hit that like button or heart button, whichever one you want to do. Or laughing button or whatever. or boo button or whatever. Just hit it. Give me about 12. Everybody do that for me. We're getting ready to close here. I hope that you guys will come with me at least to hear what the announcement is. And I got a mission that I'm on now because of a problem. And this is spiritual as well. I can tell you that most of you know I'm an assistant pastor here in Memphis, but we still going to have the format if it goes right. The show will be there. The show probably be a little shorter. And there's some other things that I have to tell you about. The show's going to change a little bit, but I'm still going to be me. You know what I'm saying? I need you guys to at least come celebrate with me when I do the announcement. I just want you to see how if you stick with it. Remember, I still have the same mission when I started this. I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? I just talk about my team. That's all. But if you do something that you love, God has a way of turning things around. In other words, it's biblical. You know, you'll reap what you sow. So I put a lot of time into this. And now I got a little harvest that look like it's about to sow. So I'll tell you about it once it's all done. And it'll be this week at some point. So I appreciate you guys. Listen, Cowboys, reason to celebrate. Cowboys handled their business. We're on our way. Ladies and gentlemen, it's playoff time now. It's do or die. It's no talk. There's no tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. It's showtime now. A lot of y'all been waiting. A lot of y'all said, we'll see what they do in the playoffs. Okay, we're here now. Here we go. Here we go. Just like Dak said, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. It's showtime now. It's time to lay it all out on the line. There's no holding back now. It's time to go to work now. Green Bay, they're in the way. How about that? I like the way I rhyme that. Green Bay is in the way. We got somewhere where we need to be. Green Bay is in the way. We finna stomp a mud hole on. Man, I appreciate you, Linwood Harris. Thank you so much, man. Turn that notification on your phone or your computer, whatever, so that when I come live, you'll be there with me. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. I'll see y'all later this week, probably maybe Tuesday, maybe. And I'm on the Green Bay now. I'm through talking about Washington. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm strictly on Green Bay from this point on. I appreciate all of y'all hanging with me. Let's get out of here and let's make a move. Dallas Cowboys. Lynn Woods. Bang, bang. This how we rock out of here. I see the hand clap emojis already going. This how we get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all hanging. This has been the one and only. Ain't nobody like me. That's right. This is the Big Time Show. Now put your hands on it. Let's go.